It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity.
Hello, model citizens. Welcome to Humanity Junction. Tonight on Trains and Tech, we're gonna have some interesting conversations, I hope. But I got some boxes to unbox, so maybe between those conversations, I will get to some of those boxes. As you guys know, I'm usually pretty quick with my box openings. I was just fixing a car that I knocked over a second ago, and I trying to put it back on the track, but why do things never work quite? Anyway, stop that. Just stop playing. I don't need to play that. I'm kind of nervous tonight. You see, I came home from being down in Atlanta for a week for work, and my computer was off, and I didn't understand what was going on. It had gone off because of the over temperature. So I'm watching the temperature. It's at 70 right now with a 19% load. I don't know. Hopefully I'm going to make it through this this stream without too many problems, but I don't know. I mean, we'll see what happens. I hope everyone's doing fantastic. It's good to be back. As you can see, I'm no longer in a hotel room. I'm back in the train room, looking to get back to working on the layout. A little bit of business, as some people know from last week, Iron Planet Hobbies did update their website as a part of the change in the website. The code has slightly changed. I think, you know what, I probably should have pulled that up so that I could have shown everybody. We used to have we used to be able to do 10% off and free shipping. Now it's just 10% off. The goal is that He can drop the prices a little bit because he's not doing free shipping. So overall, it should be about the same. The code human does still work. Please check out Iron Planet Hobbies. I really like Ryan. I think he does a good job. He's a user. He's one of us. So when you get a chance, check out the new website, say hello, see some, see what he's got on there. Yeah, better than nothing. 10%'s better than a lot. But yeah. Okay, so we got that out of the way. And now we can slow down and get to the unboxings. But no, before we get to the unboxings, let's take a little journey back a little bit over a week now, I guess it was. So I had to go to Atlanta for work. I mentioned that. I've talked about it. One of the things that I really wanted to do was to take a trip down and try and see the model railroaders of the Sebastian, Florida area. It's kind of surprising how many are down there of the caliber that is down there. But I went down, John 2618's down there, Don Iris is down there, and I went to go see these guys. It was a trip primarily for operations, primarily to hang out with people. So I didn't take a lot of photos, and I'm conflicted about whether I should be taking more photos or whatnot, but I really end up just there just to hang out with people. So, Rusty's asking if he missed the unboxing. Rusty, the stream just started about 5 minutes ago. So if you think you missed the unboxing, you obviously have not seen my unboxings. Speaking of, there's Don Iris dropping in, and I saw John 2618 just dropped in. So let's look at some of the little bit of photos that I did take. So the layout is the Providence and Worcester. Don Iris, obviously the layout owner, who is the gentleman right there in the front. John 2618 is kind of hiding in the back there, just behind Don's shoulders. Really nice layout to operate on. Don used to live up here, actually, in the Northeast. I never got to see his Northeast layout. It was kind of before my resurgence into model railroading, if resurgence is the right word. So I missed seeing that. This layout, they claim, is much smaller than his other layout. I don't know. This layout was like a really good size, I thought. It was like very manageable. One of the interesting things that I found is Don said he built most of it in 18 months. He did say it helped being retired. This kind of became his job, I guess, in one way. But yeah, like just really nice. This is the inland paper, and this is the first thing that I got to operate on. This is kind of the, if you separated this off of the layout, this would just be a really great switching puzzle. But in itself, basically, it interchanges with the rest of the railroad. So the first thing you do is grab a train and bring everything over to inland paper, and then you do the switching. And once you're done, the train, there's another train that would switch things out. So the old layout was 24 by 45 and 2 decks, and this was, I think, 12 by 20 and 2 decks, something like that. So it's yeah, a little bit smaller. He says much smaller, but for me it was great. I mean, yeah, there you go, 12 by 20, 2 deck. You don't need a lot of people to operate on it. We had 4 operators at one point, dropped down to 3 operators. But just had a really good time. Here's just a nice little scene. I've been taking more pictures of just these scenes that are primarily like shrubbery and grass and that kind of stuff. I know I could go look at the prototype, right, and take pictures of the prototype, but what I think is interesting, at least for me, is how do people like do it on the model railroad, and what does it look like on a model railroad? And you can see all the different colors and the different sizes of the ground cover and whatnot, and it makes a big difference. Oh yeah, I forgot. That's true. Mark Herrick was dispatching from his layout, which is, I guess, like almost 2,000 miles away. So we did have one person dispatching, which is why we were all on radios. You guys might remember Don used to post a bunch of photos of his door with all of the stickers on his door. Well, all of the stickers have now moved to the upper valence. So he just has a lot of stickers there, so you can kind of see all the different railroads that have shared and exchanged stickers along the way. It's all in your own perspective. I don't know if you're talking about the ground cover or talking about how big the layout is, but yeah, we talked a bit about that too. Like my N scale layout is 8 foot by 9 foot essentially, which, you know, if you scale it up to HO scale, right, that's almost kind of like 18 feet by 16 feet or whatever it is. So it's, I have a decent sized space. It's just this darn door swings in. But Chris, Don does not run Amtrak on the Providence and Worcester layout. I may run an Amtrak train on my layout just for fun and just because I like passenger stuff. This is kind of your view when you first walk in. When you first walk in, you're actually looking straight at what is on the right side, but then you make a little left turn and you see the rest of it. That the bottom level on the left there is the CSX interchange. It's kind of an active staging yard, essentially, is what it is. And then you work your way around up to the to the top. You can see the helix there in the center of the room. But just good, good use of space. Nice and simple. Aisle width. That's a good question. I would guess is it like 3 feet, Don? Around the helix, there on this side here and then on the other side, I think it goes down to 2 feet, but definitely plenty of room everywhere. Yeah, 36 inches. And with, 4 operators, which we had for a while, plenty of room to get around and whatnot. Here's a picture of John. You can see he's got the headset in so we can talk to Mark Herrick. John is holding the proto throttle. We were all operating using the proto throttle, and I do have a little bit of a funny proto throttle story, I guess you can say, that kind of came out of the day. So John would be operating, and John was having a lot of problems at the beginning of the session with his locomotive. It just kept stopping everywhere. And, Don actually cleaned the track before we all got there, made sure everything, was running well. So we couldn't really figure out why John's locomotive just, it was kind of like every couple seconds, it would just stop moving, completely unexplained. I think, I wasn't sure. So I was switching out inland paper at this point, so I was doing a lot of, back and forth, short moves, moving stuff around. And if I'm not mistaken, I think they even swapped locomotives for John just because he was having such a consistent problem with the locomotive that it just kept stopping over and over again. So let's take a look at the proto throttle really quickly. There's obviously the throttle, there's the reverser. But the other thing on the proto throttle is the brake, right? So you have the brake, you throw the brake, and one of the functions that you can have on with the brake is emergency stop. And basically, when you throw it all the way over, it will emergency stop your locomotive. So I'm doing my switching, and I think John had just gotten his new locomotive, and I'm working my train. I set it to idle. I think it was probably going forward or whatever, and I throw the lever over, and I do the emergency stop thing. Now, my understanding, Don's understanding, was that the emergency stop was just for your locomotive. That it was kind of, instead of just like a slow braking, you could throw it all the way over and your locomotive would stop. Well, apparently that's not the case. Apparently it is a global emergency stop. So I go and I throw it over to stop, and I hear John go, "Oh no," like it stopped again or something. Like he said something, and like I suddenly put it together. Suddenly I realized that every time I was stopping my locomotive, I was also stopping his locomotive and every other locomotive on the layout. So we learned something. We disabled the emergency stop. I learned a little bit about how to set up the proto throttle. I definitely have a lot more to learn, but it is a big part of it is setting the configurations correctly. So I will be on my layout turning off the emergency stop so that every time you stop, you don't stop all the trains on the layout. But I found it amusing once we finally solved what the issue was, but it was kind of a funny thing. Like you just didn't. I didn't think that would be the issue, but it ended up being it. James is asking, where is the box? I think the box is with Mike, Trekside Mike, isn't it? Let's go back to the photos. Where am I? Right here. This should be the photos. Again, there's John, there's the Helix. John was operating a train down this aisleway. The main yard is on the left, which Don was reading. Just turn off the e-stop function. So, is it removing the emergency stop from the proto throttle though, or is it's removing the e-stop function from the entire layout? And yeah, Ed, I agree. Never read the instructions. It's overrated. Just don't do it. The last photo I took, everywhere I go, I've been looking at the fascia. I've been debating what to do with my fascia. I don't know if it's too much yet. I think it feels a little bit like it's too much. I might make it a little bit simpler. Yeah, it's basically the red button on the Pro Cab. Can you disable the red button on the Pro Cab though? I didn't know that was a feature that you can disable. But this is the fascia. You can see he's got all these proto throttle holders. The way John and Don operate with the proto throttle is they actually just drop them in the holders, and then they use it. They use it in the holder. I found myself walking around with the proto throttle in my left hand and a pick in the right hand. It's just kind of the way I was doing it. I don't know if it's right or wrong. These little track plans were made up by Ray Arnott over at Around the Layout for Don. Just nice, clean, simple track plans. I believe the numbers that are on this are the various macros to throw all of these various turnouts. This was the main yard. The main yard's what you see on the right side, and then on the left side there, track 15, 16, and 17 was the engine house. So those, unfortunately, those are all the photos I took. I didn't end up taking, I don't think, any photos No, I know. I say I don't think. I didn't end up taking any photos at Paul B's layout or at John 2618's layout. Route ones are the switch. Round ones are the switch addresses. Oh, switch addresses. So, but don't you have routes? I thought set up with macros. No, or am I just making that up and that's completely not true? And I'm just completely wrong, which could be. Oh, the track numbers and the macros. Okay, I thought you were dialing up macros. I just never asked exactly what they are. So yeah, so no, I didn't take any pictures over at John 2016's layout. Unfortunately, I just really got into the operations and the talking and the chatting, but we did live stream from John's. And if you want to see what an op session looks like on John's layout, I think the live stream did a pretty good job of showing the various different elements. Yeah, exactly. There was a live stream. People asked questions. We were able to respond to them, right away. So everything, I think, worked out pretty well from John's. But yeah, so go check out John's channel. Go check out Don's channel, John 2618. Don is the PWMRR. Check out their layouts and what those guys are up to. But yeah, I had a really good time down there. I'm really glad that I got to go down there because in my head, like, I just didn't think I would ever get down there. And it was one of those things where I just had to decide to do it. I spent more than money that I really want to spend and all that stuff and whatnot, but it was a trip absolutely worth it. And I don't know if I'm going to make any more trips this year. I currently don't have any planned, but there are definitely some events that I would like to go to. I just got to kind of got to just work things out and see how we go from there. Oh, and I guess I should mention, oh no, we talked about that already. That was a different trip. I got so confused. I was in La Crosse, Wisconsin, and I was about to say, oh, and Thomas was escorting me around, but I realized that was a completely different trip, and I already showed you all the slides for that. So forget that. Ignore me. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. So I got some boxes. I actually got a couple more boxes from Amazon that I just thought I would open on the stream as well, because they're kind of related to the train room. Also because going through all the slides and stuff took less time than I thought it would. I am watching the temperature just climb and climb. Let's see if we punch in. Can I move it down? The temperature's now at, well, it was up to 80. So I was getting a little nervous. It is starting to pour outside. We were having thunderstorms. So we'll see. Hopefully things will keep going. Who knows? First package is this one from Amazon. I like, these are nice little mailers, but this is specifically related to my computer. When I got back from Atlanta, the computer had overheated and I had like a message on the screen that said your computer overheated. I kind of banged on the computer a little bit and one of the fans was being a little wonky. Unfortunately, I do not have an external fan. I did think about it before I started the stream, but I don't have one down here. Here's a box though. What I got is these Nocturna fans are supposedly really good fans. The fan inside there is a fairly old fan, but with this fan, hopefully I won't have any more overheating issues. We'll see. The fan that's in there was making all kinds of noises, so it's probably worth swapping it anyway. Another package, another Amazon package. This one, oh, Ken says I'm back. Storm knocked out power, so I may lose it again. Ken is north of me. as well. So I might be getting the storm now that knocked his power out. Yeah, Cameron, while that is something that I would probably do, it is not something that I am going to do. But I could. I just, I'd probably prefer to turn the computer off. It's just kind of a thing. So one thing I really like about these boxes is this is a great size box for a Lionel train. So getting this box in too, I can post some more stuff up on eBay, which should be a lot of fun. But this is this is a filter for my air purifier thing. I don't know how many people run. Oh, south of me in Maryland. Oh, sorry. I was thinking of anyway, yes. You're in Maryland. Oh, I don't know why I forgot that. Oh, Almar. Almar is up that way. You're down that way. I don't know why I got you guys confused, but anyway, it is pouring out there. I don't know how many people do this, but I have an air filter in my model railroad room. I mostly have it in here because I'm trying to keep down on the dust that falls on the track and gets all over everything. I've been using these Germ Guardian ones for a while. They're cheap, but they seem decent. You just, buy a replacement filter. This one, though, I started using these, which I don't know if you can make it out, but it says VOC here on the side. I do some, ooh. I do some stuff. I said ooh because the thunder's like right outside. I do some stuff that probably puts out more VOCs than I should. So I'm starting to get these filters instead of just the regular HEPA filters, and good to see, yeah, other people use them. So I use an air filter all the time, and then I use a dehumidifier in the summer, and a dehumidifier in the summer and a humidifier in the winter, trying to kind of keep the room at that sort of is homeostasis the right word? I don't know, like, I don't know where, I don't know why that, anyway. Zerudo's probably getting some rain as well, because it is definitely coming up. So Andy says he's a half hour late, or the box is open. I did open those two boxes pretty darn quickly. Yeah, Ron, up in, obviously, New Haven. Crazy lightning storms at my house as well. So there you go. I kind of want to go look out the window, but I'm also a little afraid. Our dog does not like this kind of storm. So hopefully she's still passed out and isn't freaking out, but she could be freaking out as well. So I've got two other boxes, and I guess I'm gonna ask the group which one should I open first. We've got this one, which is a little bigger, and this one that's a little smaller. This one I do actually know what is inside it. I haven't seen it at all, but I do know what it is. This, I have absolutely no idea what it is. It does say Think Small mini prints on the outside of it, but I think this is probably just a reused box. This box came from Adam Cruz in Colorado. This box came from Grandpa Rails down in Texas. So, I don't know, Texas or Colorado. We gotta we gotta figure it out. The surprise should wait. Don is also saying open the big one first. Adam, of course, Adam knows what's in the box. He's saying open the big one as well, because the big one comes from Adam. Big first, surprise second. I guess we can all be surprised together. Oh, of course. Are you saying that just to be different? Or do you know what's in the small one? I really don't know. James says his box is in Canada. If you guys don't know, I have been trying to get a box to James for way too long. Eventually ended up having to ship it to somebody here in the States, and somebody was making a trip, and anyway, finally got up there. It was, it was a gift. I was giving it away for free. It shouldn't have been so difficult to get a box to Canada, but it was. But it got there. It's there now. We still don't know what happened to the decals that I sent him, but the box did get there. Yeah, Dave, I think Roy Container Man is just being contrarian just to be different. Wigwag, is this the same storm that you guys got and we're just getting it now? All right, so people want me to open the big one first. As I said, I do know what is in here. I'm like, if I open these boxes now, I still have a half hour left in the stream. I don't know what the heck I'm going to do. Yeah, it is. If people don't know, Andy is, about a mile that way. So, yeah. James says it'll be a very long unboxing. James, do you know what's in the box? I don't know that you know what's in the box. I was hoping that Mike was going to open it on Monday, because I was voting that Mike should open James's box, because, yeah. We were supposed to get another storm at 10. No, I forgot. Okay. So I'm trying to open this without cutting too deep into it, but still using, I like this X-Acto knife. I don't know if I've showed this one yet. It's a Fiskars. It's the newest one that I got, but the way it feels in the hand feels pretty good. I've been buying so many different, this is another Fiskars one that I have that I don't like as much. This one's getting kind of stiff to take blades in and out. But this one's I've been liking this one. I don't know. I guess I don't need all these X-Acto knives, but I seem to own a lot of X-Acto knives. It just seems to be the way it is. Looks fancy. Open the box. Is it fancy? I don't. Ooh, look at that. We got some stickers right on top. Got some NMRA stickers here. We've got some Sunrise Division stickers. So what's funny to me about the Sunrise Division, the Sunrise Division is Aurora, Colorado. The Sunrise Trail Division is Long Island, New York. So I think that's kind of an interesting little thing. I don't know. I get them confused all the time. I always have to look at them twice. Yeah, the Fiskars are definitely a little bit pricier. What I always have trouble with X-Acto knives is getting the blade tight, that the blade doesn't move. And like sometimes I'll even be like cutting and the blade will just like fall out. So I don't know if I'm using it wrong or if it's just because it's a cheap one. So yeah, I'm trying some nicer ones. Yes, the box I sent you is pink. Andy Estep is the Sunrise Trail rep. He is also the president of the New York Society of Model Engineers, which isn't actually true. I just keep saying that just to give him a hard time. So this came from Cruise Rail Logistics Service. If you don't know, this is Adam Cruz's freelance railroad. We'll put all these stickers up here. Looks like I have some peanuts to send up to Sparky. Being as I can't seem to get a package into Canada, I don't think I'm going to be sending a package up there anytime soon. Dan says, same here with X-Acto blades. Good, glad to hear I am not the only one. I think too, it could be a tolerance thing where if you buy cheap X-Acto blades, and some of the ones that I have are cheap X-Acto blades, that that they are under, like they're thinner than regular ones. And I think like if I'm getting the better blades and the nicer handles, that like everything is a little more to tolerance. I don't know. I'm making stuff up. I have no idea what I'm talking about, as usual. I did not realize, oh, here. I was about to say I didn't realize I needed another box, but we'll put we'll take the peanuts out of here and we'll put the peanuts into here. Has anybody guessed yet? And if you know what it is, you don't need to guess. I know you know, and you know you know. But if you don't know, oh, peanuts everywhere. If you don't know, do you know what's in this box? We'll play that game again with the other box. Oh, I guess I should check the poll, right? I do have a poll going. How long will it take to open 2 packages? 22% said under 15 minutes. Those people have already lost. 18% says 15 to 30 minutes. Those people have already lost. 30 minutes to 1 hour, 14% of you might still win. Over 1 hour is 46% of the people. So if you haven't voted in the poll yet, feel free to jump in and do that. I'll probably close that out soon. Are you saying what's in the box is instructions on how to improve the speed of unboxings? I don't know. Human explanation sounds good. Yeah, I'm trying. Who knows? But do you know I know, but don't know, but do know, but may have forgotten? Yeah, I bet, yeah, I think you, Heath, you're at least 2 hours. I hope I'm not 2 hours because work are long days these days. And when I mean long, like, not long like when I used to work in the theater, but long like just issue after issue after issue. I'm sure everybody knows how that is. All right, so does anybody guess? This is funny. Where is the over 1 week option? So has anybody guessed what this is yet? All right, peanuts are out. Let's pull it out of the box. Nice, you know, I think it's funny. We all, you know, reuse our Amazon boxes. Who are you saying bless you to? Did somebody sneeze? Did I miss it? More than 8 hours? Hopefully not. More boxcars. Could be boxcars. See, Don, I think, has it, right? Don guessed more bubble wrap. I would say that is pretty accurate, that I definitely did get some bubble wrap. So I did mention that I know what this is. This almost got here before my trip down to Florida. And if this had gotten here before my trip to Florida, I would have brought it with me. But unfortunately, the United States Postal Service said they were going to deliver on Wednesday and ended up delivering on Saturday. I left Wednesday night, so didn't get to take it. Let's see. So Dennis from Otter Creek thinks these are N-scale freight cars. John K, wait when I open my box from Heath. Are you saying you're going to take a long time, James, or are you saying you are going to speed through it and get it done quick? All right, Randy says something for N-scale trains. So it looks like N-scale, something N-scale is winning. Don, if you guys haven't seen it, there's a video out there where the Sidetrack Sunday group at the time gave a GG1 to Ray Boble, and we shipped it so that it would arrive before Thanksgiving. It didn't get there until February, and at that point, we didn't think there was any chance it was going to get there at all. So ever since then, if you send me something, I will ask you to send me the tracking number, because I keep track of all of my packages just because I feel like things just disappear. John thinks it's Birkenstocks. Those would be some small Birkenstocks. Dragon Ball Tech saying, just got here. Did he open the box yet? I think you know the answer. I think you know the answer. Yeah, so, sometimes deliveries get here at like 11 a.m. Sometimes they get here at 9 p.m. I'm actually waiting for, I was ordering some like food, like those food delivery services where they give the food and you just stick it in the microwave, whatever. The one that was supposed to get here Friday still hasn't arrived yet. So I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure what is going on with that. Ed says N-scale Birkenstocks. Dennis says safety shoes. I'm wearing my current pair of safety shoes. I've got them. I guess I could have done it this way, right? I could have put this one on. Oh, you can't even see, it's so dark. But I got my safety shoes on as I always have. More cameras. Now that would be funny, because that is what I need is more things. Could we remove one layer of bubble wrap? We could. There was an Amazon delivery guy out on my street at 6 a.m. Was he Amazon Fresh? Because I do know Amazon Fresh does start their deliveries in New York City at 6 a.m. So, all right. So did that help, Dennis? Do you know what it is now? It took 7 days to ship a 2-day priority box. Oh, I'm sorry. That just gave me the hiccups too. I started laughing. And I just, Don, that was a good one. I gotta admit, that was a good one. I apologize. I haven't updated this list in a while. I do need to update it. I do really thank everybody that's supporting this crazy nonsense that I'm doing. But yeah, it's all good stuff. Steve is just listening. A cardboard box, yes! I think Dennis got it right. I think it is a cardboard box. Actually, you know what it's looking like to me? It's looking like a microphone. I think this is a, I think what we got here is a new microphone box. If you don't understand that joke, then you'll have to go back and watch some previous videos. Blue Box Mike, there you go. Exactly. More peanuts in the next box. So a lot of people said this is N scale. I don't know. I mean, so far this is usually an HO scale box. So we'll see. But it is kind of short, right? I mean, it's not a big box. Wait, this isn't the pacemaker. A little short for a microphone. Dynamic or condenser? Definitely dynamic. Don't have the ability to power a microphone. Well, I mean, I guess I could, but microphone version number 2. I think I still have, yeah, the microphone's up there. All right, for people who don't know what we're talking about, everyone's talking about the microphone. Oh, it's heavy. There's something in the box. I'm about to knock this box down on my head. And there is definitely something else in the box. Okay, I'm not going to do that because I don't need to knock myself out live on stream. I bought a Loco. It was mailed from Moncton, New Brunswick. It just needed to go to the next province, Nova Scotia. Walking the Dragon Canadian Post sent it to Prince Edward Island before Nova Scotia. Yeah, that happens here in New York as well. Yeah, I think O scale is definitely out. You can fit 8 N-scale boxcars in the blue box. You could. You definitely could. All right, so I did say I do know what it is. Adam actually labeled the outside of it as well, so I can see from the outside of it as well. And I'm really curious. I'm really excited about this, actually, because really excited about it. Can't be the pacemaker Hudson. Let's take a look. Let's see what we got. So I think most of you guys know I've come up with this freelance railroad, the Human City Junction, Riverside transfer, and everything. And I did this, or I didn't really do it. I guess Joey from Late Night Model Railroad actually did this design. Just taking the idea of the, oh, look at this. Does the door move? I think the door moves. Taking the idea of the pacemaker and making it, but for my railroad. So John 2618 bravely made the first one in N scale. I've been sending out some decals. I know Dennis from Otter Creek has made one in his style. I gave some decals to Don Iris, who's going to do one in a Gunderson High Cube. So it's kind of neat to see what people are doing and how people are using it themselves. I sent some decals to Adam. I didn't think he was gonna make me one, but then all of a sudden he said he was shipping me something and sent this one along. So Adam did made some for himself, but here is body-mounted couplers, metal wheels. The wheels have been weathered. The boxcar has not. The roof has been weathered, though. But yeah, so now I have one in N scale and in HO scale. So the N scale one I can run around my layout, but obviously the HO scale one I'm gonna need to bring it somewhere so that we can run it and see it running. So I'll try and the next operating session that I get to on an N scale layout, I am going to not N scale, on an HO scale layout, I'm going to bring this and see about taking some pictures of it. So Don's got his car in Sebastian. We'll see if it's actually at his house. Oh yeah, I saw Dwight made one as well. That's true. Dwight's got a video of his out there. Andy is suggesting I do a 1-to-1 version. I'm not so sure about that. Dennis made one Sunday in Hicksville. I keep forgetting that they're doing that this Sunday. Are you going, Ed, this Sunday to Hicksville? I can take the train out to Hicksville, so that's not the worst idea to take it out there. And they'd probably let me run it on the layout, so that is definitely maybe I should do that. I haven't been out there since Island Ops, and that might be a good place to go. It'll be in the SR shops for paint, John. So, John, are you going to paint them, and is Don going to decal them, or are you going to end up doing the whole thing? I think both John and Don are going to make one that's the same so that they can have them transfer between their two layouts. So it looks like John's going to do everything. I'm sorry, John, didn't mean to create more work for you, but I mean, when you do this good of work. Now, the hard part for me is I need to make 15 more of these N scale ones, and now the bar has been set. So, oh, Andy, you've never been to Hicksville? Do you want to go? Maybe we should go on Sunday to Hicksville then. We can go meet Ed out there. So yeah, really nice boxcar. Yeah, take the N scale to the HO scale layout and load it on an HO flat car. I did do that with the one of the Z scale cars I had. I put on an N scale flat. Yes, John, you do need more employees, or at least some regular employees. Andy, remind me to check with the entertainment director, but I think it should be fine. I think we should go there. N-scale train boy, what I want to know is, can I get either an RT car or a set of RT decals at N-scale? N-scale train boy, send me an email is probably the best thing, or you can message me on Discord. Either one. What I am trying to do, I am still trying. I have not had any luck yet, but I'd love to have a production run of these done, both in N scale and HO scale. So for people that want them, they can get them. I just haven't found anybody that's willing to do it yet. So if you know anybody, let me know. But put the HO on 6 N-scale flat cars on parallel tracks. How long will it take to open 2 packages? Final results, 59 votes. I do have to drop it in here. Don, I have tried... the problem with Home Shops is he only looks at Facebook to get his railroad suggestions. And I don't post enough on Facebook to get his attention. So that's kind of, I would love for Chris to do it. I'm just not, I'm not in his social circles that he sees what I'm up to. So I tried, my main goal is the N-scale cars. So I tried micro trains, and they aren't doing any custom runs right now, or at least that's what they told me. And I've tried Atlas, and Atlas basically said they're too busy, that they can't do any custom runs right now. That said, I believe Home Shops just did a custom run with Atlas, but for N-scale stuff. So I'm still waiting to see what happens with that. If micro trains would have been able to do the N-scale cars, I would have gone to AccuRail to do the HO scale cars. But since micro trains wouldn't do the N-scale cars, anyway, easy to push them past the 1 hour mark. I thought about reaching out to scale trains. My concern with scale trains is just that the cost of the cars is going to be too high. I don't think these need scale trains detail level. I want them in like I mean, I guess they could be in like operator series if scale trains would do them in operator series. But you know, when I was talking to Atlas about doing it, I wanted to do the Atlas Train Master series, so their lower end series of stuff. I'm still holding out hope. Hopefully, I can put some more videos out about them, and maybe one day I will be found. So people keep asking about the other box. Now, I don't disagree at all. I would love to see him do the Split Rock as well. There are a lot of railroads on YouTube with a huge amount of following that I think, you know, would do really well. You just need to bug the SR Shops. I don't know that the SR Shops is going to pump out a production run of 100 plus cars, but maybe. I guess we can try. So I'm showing this. I don't think this is mini prints in here. I honestly don't know what this is. This came from Grandpa Rails down in Texas. I went and back and I looked at Grandpa Rails' recent videos, trying to see if I could glimmer a little bit about what might be in here, and it didn't. I didn't get any clues, so I don't know what's in there. Yeah, Don, I'm still getting up the courage to ask John to do my other 15 of the N-scale boxcars, because he did such a good job on the first one. But I'm trying. Oh, interesting. So Spring Creek is doing some custom runs. I wonder who they're using to do their stuff. Actually, I have an AccuRail car from Ron at New Haven Rails that did, I think it's up there, that did their run of clubs for their car. And they look really nice, actually. Just the right amount of detail. Could it be a box of mini-me heats? I don't think so. I doubt it. Yeah, I really don't know what this is. Is Grandpa Rails even here? I don't think John's here. If you don't know Grandpa Rails, it's John Dilly, JD. Used to live out in California, retired down to Texas. He's been building a new railroad. He also does a lot of his unboxings and stuff with his grandson. So definitely go check that out. Uh, what? Home Shops uses Spring Creek? Spring Creek to sell, but to make them? I'm so confused. The whole thing is the whole thing's a little bit of a mystery to me. I was hoping to do it too, just so I can, I can control the quality and make sure that it, is what I would want and what people that watch my channel would want. But yeah, I mean, I'd love it if somebody else would do it. JD is John number one. Oh, is John number one. I missed that. Spring Creek uses Intermount. Interesting. Huh. I do have an authentic split rock car on my layout. I don't know where it is right at this minute. I think it might be in the other yard. A lot of my custom cars were sent to the other yard. I don't know why, but I can't figure out how to open this box. So this could turn into a long unboxing because I can't. Why can't I not get this box open? Oh. I'm trying to open this flap of the box, and it's this flap of the box that opens. Man, I feel like this reminds me of that Far Side thing where it's the picture of the guy where it says School for the Gifted, and the guy is pushing on the door, and the door says pull on it. That definitely felt like one of those moments right there. Yeah, these are tricky boxes. I gotta tell you, I gotta call Bernard up and say, Bernard, what is up with your tricky boxes? I almost ran over time because I couldn't open it. No, so NSC. What does NSC stand for? N-Scale Enthusiasts. Always does N-Scale custom runs. There are a lot of companies that do, I mean, Microtrains, to some extent, a lot of their stuff is custom runs. Like my collection of Microtrains circus stuff, like it's kind of a custom run as well. Aurora, you're talking about Ben at Aurora. I don't think Ben does Ben do N-Scale boxcars? I do think I want an N-Scale 40-foot car, which I know isn't modern enough for a lot of people. Yeah, so Home Shops, I know the last run they did was with Prairie Shadows for the HO scale stuff. So here we go. It's a box. It's got a piece of paper in it. I'm going to look at the piece of paper. Oh, cool. Here we go. Check this out. Hi, Heath. Here are some of my livery to run on your layout. They are 3D printed, so I didn't have the couplers, wheels, and trucks, which I have plenty of, so we should be good there. Also, they need to be weighed, of course. Yeah, I got to weigh a lot of my stuff. So it looks like there's 2 cars in here from John, and he's using his orange color for his. If you guys don't know, orange is John's, I think, his favorite color. At least his car is bright orange. So this is the WKJ and GP. Here's I guess it's a 3-bay hopper, right? Because it's got 3 bays on the bottom. So that needs some wheels, but we can make that happen as well. And then we've got one other here as well. I think it's really neat that people are able to 3D print N-scale cars. Like, how wild is that in a gondola? This is really great. Wow, I had no idea these were coming. This is really cool. I love this. It used to be exchange stickers. And I love that this kind of trend of exchanging liveries has started. I think it's so cool, too, that you can 3D print this kind of stuff now. Like, how wild is that? But yeah, so now we got a hopper and a gondola from John's layout, so that my goal at least, or my intention of like having my car and then having, I've got a split rock car. I've got, John Tanzillo sent me some stuff. Who am I missing? Oh, Lynn McCurdy sent me this. I got a Somerset and Raritan car. But my intention is that, like, as model railroaders and the community of model railroaders, that we can, like, not just trade stickers and stuff, but actually, like, run our transportation systems to other modelers within the, the bigger transportation system or whatnot. So that's kind of why I'm doing it. I think that's kind of a fun thing to do it. Oh wait, is the next Crossing Gate podcast coming out? Is this what I'm hearing? It looks like Dan's going to be on the next show. Check out the podcast. Check out other people's YouTube channels. Check out the Facebook stuff. I really enjoy this community. I think it's a lot of fun, us, like sharing all of these different items between various people. Crossing Gate podcast looks like it's coming out tomorrow. So check it out. You sure you got everything out of the box? Yeah? Yeah, everything. I'm sure. Now you're making me nervous. Did I not get everything out of the box? Is there something I'm missing? No. Everything. Are you just messing with me? Are you just confusing me? There, Dennis, it took, oh, jeez. I was just saying that the people in chat, or I was saying this at the beginning, that the people in chat were so nice that I don't even think I need moderators anymore, because they're just such good people. And then Cameron comes in at the end and ruins it all. From the city that never sleeps, farewell, model citizens.
It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity.